Hello and welcome to this HBC Kids Talk. My name is Heather and it is great to be with you this morning. So this week we are carrying on our series looking at 10 rules for life. And this week we're on number 6, which is this: to live well, we must value others. Now, before we get thinking a little bit more about that, I have a 60-second challenge for you. So I'd like you to go and find 2 buckets or baskets or bowls in your house. And I want you to label one, Jerry, 100 points. And I want you to label the other, George, 10 points. Put them at the end of your room. Take about 3 big steps back. And then find yourself either some scrumpled up balls of socks, some scrumpled up newspaper, make yourself some balls. And then I want you to see how many points you can rack up by throwing your balls into the baskets in 60 seconds. Are you ready? Are you steady? Go! So, how did you get on? How many points did you score? I wonder which pot you aimed for the most. I think I would have gone for Jerry because he was worth more. He was worth 100 points. Now, in our game, you might have aimed for Jerry because he was more valuable. Now, imagine that Jerry the pot was in fact a person. Is that how things are in real life? Are some people more valuable than others? Well, let's take a look at God's 6th rule, which we can find in Exodus chapter 20 and verse 13. And it's a really short rule this week. It's simply this: you shall not murder. Now, it's easy to think, well, I've got that one sorted. Hopefully, we weren't planning on murdering anyone. That's taking their life. And as well as being one of God's good rules, it's also a law of our country. We can all agree, hopefully, that murder is bad. But this rule is still important for us because Jesus explains that it is about more than simply not physically killing anyone. It's about valuing other people. This is what Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5 and verses 21 to 22. You have heard that it was said to the people long ago, you shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment. But I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, Raca, is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger of the fire of hell. In these verses, Jesus tells us that murder is not just something we do to someone's body, but it can also be about the way that we think about and see other people. The word raca can be translated as worthless or having no value. Do we believe that everyone is valuable and worthy of being loved by God and by others? If we don't, that can lead us to think, say, and do cruel things, like putting down a sibling, bullying others, disrespecting our parents, or making cruel comments about players on another side in a football match. All of these things can stem from seeing the other person as invaluable. But everyone is special to God because He created us. He created us to love Him and to love each other. When we remember that we are special to God, it can help us to see other people differently too. But most importantly, we are able to show love because God showed us first of all what love looks like by sending His Son Jesus to die for us. And Jesus promises to send His Holy Spirit to all of us who follow Him. And it's the Holy Spirit who can help us to love others as Jesus did and to see them all as the valuable beings that they are. So what's our sixth rule? To live well, we need to value others.